Hi, Joy, we are
Hey,
live now.
hi Shamnes.
Hi, welcome to Internet Lifestyle Club. Welcome to the live.
Thank you.
Thank
Pleasure
you
to
for
be
joining.
here.
Yeah, so this is the first ever live we are doing on Internet Lifestyle Club platform. I'm happy that you are the first guest on the live.
I'm
So,
honored.
okay, we are going live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube now. So, guys, if you are joining now, you can add your questions or queries and comments, and we'll get it answered. So Joy is a copywriter. She is a freelance copywriter working with different brands online. If you have any doubts regarding anything regarding copywriting, you can ask in the comments. Uh, yeah. So uh, Joy, would like to hear from you your journey. Like how did you start with copywriting?
Well, I mean, I started too late, is what I did. I should have done this years ago, but like so many people, they kind of deny what their true passions are and they just kind of stick with the 9 to 5. So that's really what happened with me for a lot of years. One day I
Uh,
just realized I need to I need to get back to when I was a little girl and I just loved writing and it was always a passion of mine. And so then I decided that I was gonna get paid to write and I didn't know how and I didn't know what copywriting was, but kind of fell on, my Facebook feed and then I learned what it was and then I took course after course and invested in myself. So that's how it started.
nice. Do you remember your first clients, first few clients?
My first few clients, the first thing I ever did was a website. That
Uh
was the
huh.
first thing, and it
Okay.
was it was really fun. Like it was
Okay.
somebody's website that was already written,
Uh huh.
and for a brander, like
Okay.
yeah, start off easy, and it was okay, but I made it a lot better, and she was really happy with it. But it was
Uh huh.
fun because I got to take something and then I got to
Nice.
rewrite it.
Nice. What is copywriting to you? How is it different from other writing jobs like content writing and other stuff?
Well, I mean, that's a good question because I am writing a couple of books as well. And like
Uh-huh.
writing, like as an author and as a copywriter, they're two totally different things. I mean, writing as well, they are, but they aren't. I would say, like with copywriting, what it is, all it is you're connecting an audience with a product or service that they're already looking for. They already want it. They have a problem. They need it solved, but they don't know how. Maybe they don't know who to go with. They don't know what brand, and that's all you're doing is you're connecting the two through persuasive words. Um, and then just as in writing in general, you're
Uh,
inspiring, you're telling a story, but you're telling a story as well with copywriting. Direct response is very much um, relationship based. Like you're telling your best friend about this cool new exciting thing that you found and how this would really you this is what you want, this is what you're looking for. That's all it is. That you're just talking to them like you've known them for years. That's what you should be doing.
uh, how has copywriting changed your life? Like how did it influence in your life? Did it make any changes or
It's
how is it?
completely 180. Um, my confidence is through the roof, like in a good way. I'm living out my dream and I get to one step further to the next goal that I want. And I get to help people. Like I've met so many people. So I would say the biggest change is the network,
Uh-huh.
meeting people all over the world, from all corners of the world,
Uh-huh.
like you, because I've known you for about a year.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just like it's just grown because it really in life. I mean, we spend the most time at our jobs doing trying to make something of life, trying to gain money just to survive. And so spending that much time at something, you better hope that you're going to get fulfillment from that. And I would only hope that for everybody on this planet that they could receive that, whatever that might be. And so, yeah, it's changed my life.
Got it. Like when I'm running a agency also. Apart from affiliate marketing and everything, I'm running a 100% remote marketing agency. So what I see is like there are so many freshers. Like there are so many people who want to build a career in copywriting, content writing, and all. So what do you suggest? Where should they start from? Like do
Where should they start?
yeah.
Um, I mean, I guess from the same place as myself, like, do you have that passion inside where you want to write and you want to connect with people? I think the traits you need as a copywriter, in my opinion, is empathy,
Mm-hmm.
compassion, and you just and just a real love for people. I
Mm-hmm.
think I mean you don't not all copywriters have these traits, but I think I think they're really important. I think if you have that, then you're really going to do your best work for them because you care about them. You feel like you are them. And so you're going to, those are important traits. So if you have that, I would say if they want to start out, they have to invest in themselves. So they have to save up money and they have
Mm-hmm.
to pay for a course to take. I'm
Uh-huh.
not saying anything specific. I mean, I've taken a few. I wouldn't change a thing about my journey so far in the past. It's been just over 2 years of what I took to get to where I'm at because it all led to the next place. I think
Got it.
a lot of new copywriters out there will try to do it just by learning online, like for free. I mean, there's tons of good resources out there. I'm not saying that, but I really think you should pay for a course. You don't have to pay a lot, but it just helps because then you start building a network with the people that are in that group. That's what happened with myself. And there's a lot of steps. It's not just simply learning it. There's so much more that goes into the whole career as a whole.
What do you suggest, a course or a coach? What do you
Both,
prefer?
both.
Uh-huh.
I have both. I did courses and then I did chat closing training as well. And then I got a private copy coach who has written for, six-figure clients, made millions of dollars for his clients. And he got to tear apart my stuff and tell me what I did amazing at and what I sucked at. And I learned a lot from that guy. And I got tons of resources forever. And so it's invaluable. It's invaluable. Like how would that ever hurt you? It never would. Yeah.
Do you have any other advice for the budding copywriters, like those who want to be copywriters, or
That want to be a copywriter?
yeah?
I say go for the jobs you don't think you'll get. Apply for those jobs that you're like, well, I don't have the experience for that. Like I can't do it. Like, what if they hire me? Like, how am I gonna don't apply for those jobs? Because then it just builds your confidence every single time.
I think
Also,
that confidence is very important when you are a freelancer or something.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah. And I think also you have to be willing to do the things that make you a little uncomfortable because eventually you're going to be getting on Zoom calls with these clients and talking with them face to face. You have to get over your fears of feeling silly or whatever. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it.
Like, how can somebody stand out from the crowd? Like, what helped you stand out from the crowd and getting this high ticket clients? How did you attract those kind of clients?
So my story might be a little different, like a little weird or a little different, but it's all that I know, right? So the first year was slow. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It took me a long time to learn this skill. And then when I did learn it, because I did it around a job part time, then I put my website out. I'm like, well, what now? I'm not getting any clients. Like, what do I do? And so that's when I joined a second course. And that's when the network started to really really
Okay.
get better. And
Mm-hmm.
when that happened, then I took the chat closing. It just kept building and building. And how what was helping me and how I'm kind of different is that I never say no to a Zoom. I always go on a
Mm-hmm.
Zoom with no matter who it is.
Okay.
Um, and because, they might try to sell me what they're trying to sell, but I think of it as it can be turned around and be kind of like a collaboration piece. Like you
Mm-hmm.
never know what kind of connection you can get on when you meet with these people. Like you just don't know. Also, I refer a lot. Like I refer people for anything you can imagine. Like, and I've done this for a long time, like since not too long into it. And people know that and they will message me and they end up in my inbox. Also, any clients I've had so far have been, they've come to me. So attraction marketing, which it wasn't planned that way. It's just the
Mm-hmm.
way that it turned out. So, I mean, I'm so grateful for that. So grateful.
This is
Um,
something I'm trying to do with Internet Lifestyle Club also. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build an ecosystem of these digital entrepreneurs, copywriters, digital marketers, freelancers, so that they can connect with each other. I think that real human connection is really important.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And that's what I think sometimes people are missing. Sometimes I'll get in someone's inbox or they'll get in mine and
Uh,
try to have a conversation and there's nothing there. And
yeah.
it's like, okay, I was just going to buy your service, but I think I changed my mind. Like, cause that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And
People
maybe they
people
used a
forget
chat
that.
box.
They do not invest much time in building that connection. They always try to sell the product or service upfront.
Yeah.
That is a huge mistake every freelancer is doing, I think.
And that's another thing too that probably makes me a little different too, is that I have some closing background. I worked at some agencies where I did that and I had the
Oh,
training. So then I've got that as well as the copy. So it's kind of like you get
mm,
a two in one, right?
yeah, right. And I really think copywriting is a really important skill every business owner should have. Not just copywriters. Every entrepreneurs they should have that at least some medium level copywriting skills.
Yeah.
It will really help them, I feel.
Yeah. You know what I think a lot of coaches and business owners struggles they face. And I
Mhm.
totally get this actually. If I
Yeah.
was in their shoes, I'd feel the same way. But they actually like they don't want to give up the control or the reins to someone who they think, well, how do they know what's in my head and what
Uh,
I'm going to write on paper? Like, how is she going to, you know, articulate what I'm trying to get across? I just don't have the time to do this, but I need somebody to help me with this. And that's part of the skill of copywriting. If and it just takes practice. You just have to
um,
keep repetition, use the great A-list copywriters copy and
um,
translate it to your own and
um,
just do it word by word, but it has to be your own and it has to flow. So you're going to have to do it over and over and you're going to have to work on it every single day, but it's worth it.
got it. I always tell people when they ask me for advice, I always tell people to start a personal project and work on it first before getting into uh, getting freelance clients. I suggest
Yeah.
them to build a passion project, a personal project.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Yeah. And what do you think of this hype? This AI copywriting tools are getting like tools like ChatGPT. People are so scared of losing their job. What do you think? Do you think AI will take over their jobs?
Well, I understand people's concern, but I think the mediocre, the writers that maybe don't want to think outside the box, don't want to work with it, may be in
Uh-huh.
trouble. But you know what? All it is competition, and competition is healthy and good. We have to learn to adapt to these kinds of things. Like the world is changing. There's nothing we can do to stop certain things from coming. So we have to embrace it and accept it and not be scared and like, oh no, what are we going to do? No, no. I have written for clients before who have used AI and then they said, here you go. Here's a year's worth of emails. Can you fix these? They're written by AI. And I think I got to about number five, and I thought, no way. got to be a rewrite. But this was also, 3 or 4 months ago. So, I mean, a lot changes, right? Um, I would say, I mean, AI is never going to replace the soul that,
Mm.
if you're good, and a copywriter can put in the words. Uh, I mean, it can write something good for you, but it's still, you're going to read it and you're still probably going to be like, there's something missing. What's missing? I can't put my finger on it. Well, that's a human's touch. And the emotion you can have it set up in the chat, all of that set up, but it takes strategy and real thinking. I'm not worried. Not worried at all. I mean, it's going to streamline things. It's going to make things faster. I
Uh,
think it's just going to make us up our game. That's it.
yeah.
It's good.
I do think it can be a great tool, just like SEO tools for SEO experts. It can be a great tool, but it's not going to replace the real writers, like the professional writers.
No,
I do think so.
even if you're new and let's say you've never written before
Hmm.
and you want to learn how to be a copywriter and you're like, oh, well, AI, what do I do? Don't let that stop you. Like, don't let it stop you. Just make it, just, you know, give that more fire under your belly to make it happen. And maybe it's a good thing. Take it as a good thing.
Yeah. And whom have you worked with? What kind of people? What kind of businesses do you work with?
Well, you know what? I've tried to niche down. It's a tough one for me because
Uh,
I want to help as many people as I can. If I don't think I can write for this particular industry or niche, like, then I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to refer it to someone else who can. I've written for anyone from like an NFT, travel club, to a construction company, to a brander, to funnel coaches, fitness coaches, mindset coach. Coaches kind of tend to, come to me a little bit more. But like I said, like I've only taken the jobs of which have landed on my
uh,
lap. And if I felt I could help them, if there was a good fit. So there hasn't been a lot of me getting out there and finding these people. I'm sure that's going to change. I mean, I'm doing other things as well. Not just copywriting. So I'm trying to fit it all in with my life.
but do you have any favorite niche or industry? A go-to niche for maybe for beginners, like if they are confused where to start with. Do you have any recommendations for them?
Just that's a tough one because it really depends on your personality. Like for me, I mean, if I had to pick something, I would like to do like mindset or relationship because
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's so deep and it's something that people are always going to need advice on. And you can just go so deep with it in your writing. And so,
It's more
but
emotional content also, I feel.
yeah, like it's emotional, but direct response, you can totally pull that out. I think it depends on the person.
Uh,
It depends on the person's personality. It depends on their interests. But I mean, having said that, you can write for stuff that you have no idea what it is. You just have to be able to research well. And you need to know how to string words together in a soulful way. Like you need to know the as long as you have it locked down how you can articulate the in between the sentences, if that makes any sense. Um, then I mean, pick whatever niche you think you could do. I just I feel weirdly about niches because I think, people change over the years. Like in 5 years, you might be interested in something completely different, right? So like I wouldn't want to niche to one tiny specific thing if I could help someone else, right? So
okay.
I worked in agencies too, so maybe that's why.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you use any freelancing platforms like Fiverr or Upwork for getting clients, or do you solely depend on social media or websites? How does
I've
it work?
never been on any of those. I've only ever gotten clients from Facebook.
Uh,
My Facebook is awesome. It's doing really well. I am going to branch out to LinkedIn and try that out for size. I know it's completely different than
yeah.
Facebook. It's like a different thing. And I feel like the new kid in town, but it's okay. It, I would say Fiverr and Upwork, I've heard some people have made some good money off those sites, but when I took my first program, they stress, don't go those route, because if you want to be a professional freelancer, you want to make your own brand, you want to do this on your own, like do it the hard way, do it the way of trying to get clients like locally and then just broadening out. Interestingly enough, I don't have any local clients. They're all over the place, but they're
So
not in
that's
my own town.
good for you.
No one knows what I do here. No one
Uh-huh.
knows.
Oh, really?
No.
So I think it will be a good fit for this digital entrepreneurs, travelers, those who are seeking like flexible work hours, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm doing other things. Like I'm not just going all in on this fully yet,
Uh-huh.
but I mean, you could be working in a coffee shop. I'm in my garage right now. I have a basement office as well. When there's nobody home, and it doesn't matter. You can travel and do this wherever. Like I know many copywriters that are digital nomads, and they
Uh-huh.
love it. They get to go to a new country every month, and imagine what that could be what that could be like for your life. Like it's so inspirational, the stories that I see, and the lives that people are leading.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I do travel around just carrying my laptop. I work from
Yeah.
different locations. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
Just make sure you bring the case so you don't drop it on the floor.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And Joey, like, if any of our audience want to work with you, if they have any project, how should they contact you? Is it on Facebook, or how do
They
they
can
contact you?
contact me like through my website, joydrivencopy.com, or and go easy on me with that website. I need to update it. It doesn't have any of my new work on it.
Uh-huh.
Um,
It's
but they can
joydrivencopy.com, right?
joydrivencopy.com. Yeah.
I'll add it to
And
the panel.
Facebook too, Instagram. I'm on
So this,
TikTok, but I never go on it.
this
And
is
now
your website,
LinkedIn.
right?
Pardon me?
This is your
That's right.
website, right?
Sorry,
Okay.
what was that?
This is your website, right? Joy Driven
Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah. But I mean, people do go there, but I don't rarely. I also have a copy page, Joy Driven Copy, on Facebook as well. But I do everything off my personal page,
Okay.
so they
Okay.
can just message me
Uh-huh.
there, or any of the platforms. I'm on all of them.
So you're mostly active on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. That's where everybody knows me. And like I said, I've had some people help me and tell me, look, you need to like branch out. Get your name out there a little more. And LinkedIn is the next. That's the step right now that I'm taking.
LinkedIn is where I focus actually.
I know you do.
I'm, I'm not active on Facebook.
I know I should like take all your followers and like just say, hey, I'm friends with him. So you have to.
We can do something together for sure.
Yeah.
Looking forward to do something together.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it's been like almost a year we are connected. We should do
Yeah.
something good. So,
And that's what I mean. Like I would give that advice to people out there, is that, don't just ever discount an opportunity. Never do that, because you just never know what could happen. You could
yeah.
get on a Zoom and it could be completely the opposite of what you expected, and go terribly wrong. And I've had those too. But it could be the opposite, and it could be like life-changing opportunity where you're on there and you connect, and then everything changes from there. You've got to think that way. Yeah.
And Joy,
It
do you offer any coaching for beginners, like for starters and copywriting?
I don't, but like, I mean, my inbox is always open if anyone has a question. And I have done plenty of Zooms, that just helping people out. Like if they have questions about closing, about copy, about mindset, or if they just want to talk, if they're lonely or whatever. And they're just like, I need a change in life with my career. What do I do? Like, then, I'm, if, obviously I got to fit it in to my crazy life, but I'm totally open to do that. Yeah, definitely. but I'm not offering a coaching service. I don't think people should do that unless they've really got some years in and the backing behind them before they do that.
It takes a lot of time also.
Yeah. And it's just I like the aspect of project by project and like killing it on a project. And I don't know, it's weird. People are like, well, what about retainer? And yeah, I retainers too. I love working. Most clients do want to end up doing a term with you, but I like the project aspect of being able to do one thing, like a sales letter, a VSL, and then there you go, take it, right? That's where I'm at now. Ask me in a year from now, I don't know what I'll say.
Uh, Maybe we can plan a session or something. We are launching Internet Lifestyle Club on February 11th. So once we launch, maybe we can plan a session, 1 hour session or something for copywriters.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm open to a lot of things for sure.
Sure. Yeah. That's it. Thank you for joining today.
Thank you for having me, Sham. I appreciate it. It was really fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
It was fun. It was fun. It was good. It was a great start.
We'll have to do like a controversial one where it's like talking about smack or something.
Sure, sure. Let's plan. Let's plan.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for joining. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. You have a great day
Bye-bye.
then. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Guys, I'll share social media profiles of Joy on comments. If you want to contact her for any kind of copywriting jobs, reach out to her on social media. Okay. See you then. Bye.